Hey everyone, so this is a review for this replacement Nintendo 64 power supply. Yeah, this is one that I got off of AliExpress. Okay, and then here's the AliExpress product page that I just pulled up on my iPad. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty popular, 200 saves. And yeah, you can see it only costs $7.22 at the time of this recording, so yeah, pretty cheap, and there's a bunch of different plugs you can get it in. Yeah, I guess the only thing is with AliExpress, it kind of takes a little while to get here, and it looks like it has pretty good reviews too. So yeah, anyway, I guess we'll find out if it really lives up to how great it appears on here. Yeah, just kind of scroll down here and look at this. Yeah, so that is a little bit different shape. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I guess let's go ahead and oh, it looks like there's other ones too. I wonder if it's the exact same thing. I'll have to try out other Nintendo 64 power supplies too on here. Maybe I'll try a different brand, although I don't know, it looks like it's the same. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and continue on with testing the actual thing. And I'll just tell you right off the bat, so this is just the plastic that came in, coming from all the way from China, I suppose. And yeah, it's just feels like just like a plastic bag. So yeah, right off the bat doesn't scream high quality, but yeah, I mean, I guess the performance is the most important thing, and it looks like it did arrive in one piece, so that's good. Yeah, it looks like it's got a few different languages on here. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and get this plastic off. Okay, there we go, got the plastic off. Yeah, and then I brought over an original Nintendo 64 power supply here. You can see. So they look pretty similar. Obviously, this one doesn't have the Nintendo branding on it. Yeah, it feels about the same weight. This one's a little bit heavier. The Nintendo one's a little bit heavier. Yeah, you can see looks like it has similar markings. Well, I guess they're a little different. Huh, interesting. It shows what the pins are. I don't think the Nintendo one shows that. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Let's see what it says on the back here. So it says it's okay, so it can do AC, so basically covers all the power, AC power from different countries. And then it outputs 3.3 volts at 2.7 amps, or 12 volts at 0.8, almost 1 amp. I thought the 64 always did 12 volts, maybe the 3.3. I guess there is 3.3 on the motherboard, now that I think about it. Oh yeah, so I guess there is a pin here that does 3.3. Okay, so I guess that makes sense, yeah, because there is 3.3 voltage on the motherboard that you have to check when you're doing like a HDMI mod. So that's interesting. I guess that would make sense that this would be converted directly in here, since yeah, this is the power supply. Oh, and the Nintendo one does have that marking. I just wasn't looking at it. Okay, so that's cool. And then let's see if this says how many amps are coming out of here. Yeah, it looks like the amps are the same, 12 volts at 0.8 or 3.3 at 2.7. So yeah, so far it looks good. Looks like this is the same as far as power goes. We'll have to see if it causes any interference in the screen, because I know I've used a third-party GameCube adapter before, and that did have problems where it would have interference on the screen. Looks like this is 120 volts, by the way, only. So yeah, so it's not for any region. This is specifically for North America. And yeah, whereas this one looks like it'll work for anything. But yeah, but the reason I wanted to get this is because I actually have another 64 power supply up here plugged into this Nintendo 64. And I'm going to turn up the gain on my camera, and then I'll turn on the 64. And then you can hopefully hear the weird noise that it makes. Okay, turn down the gain before I start talking again, because otherwise make my voice way too loud. But yeah, hopefully that came up on the camera. But yeah, anyway, this 64 power supply just makes a weird noise that just sounds like it's kind of on its last legs. So anyway, yeah, whereas this one doesn't do that. And then we'll see what the quality is like on this one. So anyway, first off, before we test this out, let's just turn on these TVs and just make sure that we don't see any interference with this power supply. Because yeah, if there's any interference with this original power supply, but there is with this one, then we know that maybe this isn't the best option. But anyway, let's turn off the lights and then we'll get that set up. Okay, and here we have Mario 64 running here. And yeah, just this white balance a little bit. Yeah, it looks a lot better in real life, obviously, but yeah, I don't see really any interference. I also have it on this bigger CRT, but yeah, this one has color issues, which, yeah, if you saw my previous video, I'm working on figuring out this dynamic color stuff on this TV. But yeah, on this little JVC monitor, yeah, it looks really good. So yeah, anyway, now let's go ahead and try plugging in the other power supply and see how that manages or performs. Oh, and just as I was taking off this twisty thing for the cord, this cord doesn't feel as high a quality. I mean, it's okay, but it just kind of feels, it's okay, I guess. It just doesn't feel as thick, I guess. Also, the length isn't as long as the original cord. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Looks like it's maybe like 3 feet, I would guess, maybe 4. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, but yeah, I can, just looking at the other cord, it's not nearly as long. This original cord seems like it's probably at least 3 times as long, 2 or 3 times, maybe 2.5 times. Anyway, let's go ahead and try plugging this in, see what it feels like when you plug it in. So I'll come back here. This is hard to do with one hand, but okay, I'm just gonna. Alright. This is also a third-party case. This is a replacement case for this 64. So, alright. Let's see, is that in all the way? Nope. Let's see, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video while I do this. Okay, there we go. I think I finally got to go in. Actually, I had to put in another 64. And then, yeah, it was just a really tight fit, but now, let's see, it's kind of like you have to angle it. There we go. Okay, now it's in all the way. Yeah, anyway, that was a little tricky to get in there, but yeah, now it's going in. I can pull it out too, but yeah, it doesn't have the exact same fit as these original ones. Also, this is shaped a little differently. Yeah, but anyway, but now it is in there, so yeah, anyway, we'll try plugging this in again, see if it makes any weird noises. I also wanted to try this 64 particularly because it has the Pixel FX HDMI mod in it that I did just recently. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and try this out and see what it looks like. Actually, before we look at the TVs, so I'm going to turn off these TVs real quick, and then I'm going to turn up my gain again, and we're just going to listen to see if we hear any noises, and then also make sure it doesn't catch fire. Okay, so I turned up, yeah, okay, sorry, I turned up the gain, and yeah, my voice is probably just barely very loud, so yeah, I'm going to turn up the gain again and not talk this time, just turn on the 64. Yeah, okay, I just turned down the gain. Yeah, it sounds silent, so yeah, so far so good. It looks like the 64 is on, so now let's turn on these TVs and see if we have any interference. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it looks really good. I don't really see any problems here. Let's turn this down so we can see this better. Yeah, looks great. Let's check the volume too, make sure that sounds okay. Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, so it seems like it performs really well. Yeah, I think I'll probably leave it on for a second here to see if it heats up. Because yeah, I mean the original one gets warm. So far it feels cold, so it feels cool. I mean obviously I just barely turned it on, so yeah, that seems like a pretty good sign though. Let's go ahead and test I have the HDMI. This is a really weird setup, but I have the HDMI going out of this 64 into this cheap HDMI to AV converter. So you can get 480i on this TV. So yeah, let's go ahead and test that out real quick. Let's see here. I think this is the input. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, this converter isn't the best, but yeah, it actually looks pretty decent though on this little CRT. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, it seems like it's working good on that as well. Let's go ahead and switch back to just the regular composite. There we go. So yeah, cool. All right, cool. Anyway, I'll leave this on for a second, and yeah, and then we'll see if it heats up. Okay, so I've left the 64 on for about 25 minutes. Let's see. Oh yeah, it feels still. I mean, definitely feels a little warmer, but yeah, it still is pretty cool to the touch. So yeah, I mean, well, it's just kind of warm, just like normal. Yeah, it doesn't feel like really hot. So yeah, it actually felt like 5 minutes ago too, and it feels about the same as now. So yeah, I think that I think as far as heating goes, we should be good. And then one more thing I wanted to do is I just wanted to test with the multimeter. You can see here, just to make sure that it is outputting what it says it should be. And I tried to test the original 64 power supply. However, I think the metal contacts are in there a bit too far, so I couldn't quite fit these in there, these probes in all the way. But yeah, we'll see if we have better luck with this AliExpress adapter. Before I unplug it, I just also want to mention, so this blue retro adapter is also really cool. And yeah, wanted to test it with this adapter as well, just to be sure that, yeah, provide enough power for that as well. But yeah, it looks like, yeah, it seems like it's working good. So yeah, anyway, just want to show that real quick. Yeah, let's unplug it and test with the multimeter. Okay. Alright, so supposedly these two pins are 3.3 volts, and then here we have ground over here for the negative. So yeah, so let's stick this in here. Let's see if we have enough, anything that shows up here. My multimeter over there. Oh yeah, we're getting about 3.24, 3.23, so around there. And I expect these numbers to be a little bit different since it's not under load right now. But yeah, actually 3.3 volts, yes, that's about what we're getting. So yeah, I expect these numbers to maybe go down a little bit once it's actually plugged in, but we'd have to take apart the 64 then to test exactly. But anyway, I think this is pretty good though. Yeah, it's basically 3.3 volts, and then let's test the 12 volt. Yeah, about, oh, I've got it. It's showing negative because I have the positive and where the negative should be, but yeah, about 11 volts. But yeah, that's pretty close. That's a lot of times you don't get exactly, it's not the exact thing, but yeah, it seems like it is providing enough power. So yeah, anyway, yeah, mostly checks out with the multimeter. Would have been nice to see exactly 12 volts, but again, we can't test. You can see I'm trying to, yeah, the original adapter, the metal is just a little bit too far in there to actually test to get a reading. So yeah, I want to, oh wait, there we go. Now we're getting a little bit of a reading. If I kind of twist the things, the leads a little bit. So we're showing like, there we go, 3.4849. So yeah, a little bit higher than the other one. Let's test the 12 volts, see if we can get a reading on this. And again, this is the original adapter. This is the one that doesn't make the weird noises. Let's see if I push these in. I don't want to like break the adapter, but like to get at least some sort of a reading for this 12 volt if it's possible. Maybe, got lucky with the with the 3 volt. Yeah, I'm not quite able to get a reading on the 12, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, it seems like the other one is pretty good, the other adapter. So yeah, we'll just say that. Yeah, I think it is reading the correct voltages. I can't quite get it on the 12 volt. Well, anyway, yeah, I think that'll pretty much do it though. I guess one other thing I wanted to mention too is when I was finally able to get this to plug in, but I had to kind of force it in a little bit, and now, it kind of went away. Okay, maybe for a while there was like something was like loose in here. But yeah, I don't know, maybe there was something that just wasn't an exact fit, and it kind of broke off the plastic, and then from moving it, I guess I've lost that piece that was like rattling around in here, because yeah, now it sounds pretty solid again. But yeah, anyway, I think that'll do it for now. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, I would recommend it with the caveat that it's obviously not as good as the original power supply, and yeah, the biggest flaw I think is just that it's hard to fit in, like you have to have it exactly right as you saw it, and also I kind of had to force it to actually get it to fit in all the way, but now it kind of, I mean it does fit in now, but you just have to, yeah, it's not like this one where it's just smoothly goes in. This one you kind of have to wiggle it until it gets in the exact way. So anyway, it still seems like it performs pretty well, and it's not like you're unplugging it all the time. So yeah, and this does have an advantage over the other ones, that it works in other regions. So yeah, places where there's different power. Yeah, and I guess the one thing is that also the 12 volts wasn't quite 12 volts, it was reading at 11. So, but it seems like that wasn't causing any issues, even with my my modded N64 with the HDMI, and also the blue retro adapter. So yeah, it seemed like it was getting plenty of power. But yeah, anyway, I'll do an update though if I do experience any issues with it. But yeah, I think, if you're just looking for a cheap replacement, $7 is pretty good. So yeah, just keep in mind the few drawbacks that it has. And yeah, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll try to find another one of these that's, a different brand or whatever, and see if it is even better. But yeah, anyway, I think that'll do it for now. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.